My chin, it's gone.
Uh, where am I? Where are you?
Where are we? Can't you see? A world of pure imagination.
That should do. Hey, can we get a mic check,
Yeah.
chat? No, I'll turn my lights on because the sun is setting. Can we get a mic check? Check.
Romantic. It's been checked, they're saying.
Oh no!
Oh?
My Elgato is not appearing after some power outages, so I might become just dark in here. You might not be able to see me in a couple minutes. All right, well, hey chat, welcome to the Couch Cat stream. This happens every Thursday at 7 p.m. US Eastern, where we talk about our favorite lightweight MMORPGs and persistent browser-based games here on the channel. I'm Paisen, that's CrazyFi.
That's me.
This is my lack of lighting right now. And tonight's episode is going to be amazing. We're at 186 streams since the change in direction from podcast only, and it's been a long time. It's been
What
long.
a wild ride.
Yeah, but anyway, this episode's going to be great. IdleMMO dropped another just giant update.
Banger.
It's just night and day from SimpleMMO. There's a lot of stuff to cover in this update, and glad to do that for you tonight. We have Solvendra. Shout out to the devs in the chat. They also dropped it was nice for them. Okay, first it was a dev corner update, and now they actually dropped the patch, so we can talk about that tonight. And then, of course, there's some like smaller-ish news going on with some other games we're covering. And then we end the night off with SimpleMMO's Seasonal Guild Leaderboard Progress Report for Season 9. And that's it. It's a good one. It's a good low-key Thursday, holiday Thursday. So, without further ado, CrazyFi's frozen. I just noticed that. Do you think he I think CrazyFi froze. He's dead. You see, hold on. You want to see it again, chat here? Should I just pretend he's here? Should I just pretend he's yeah. All right, he crashed. I'll go back to the main screen. Dude, Dagon, thank you so much for the continued Couch Cat membership. 23 months. 1 month away from 2 years of supporting us at the Couch Cat level. Wait, I'm subscribed? I would hope so. You are my guild leader, and that's part of the deal. I have no deal with Dagon at all. Okay. CrazyFi's still frozen on my end, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna say hello to chat while he figures out what he's doing. And you know what that means? I have to pop open the Fresca. So here we go. We have the Fresca equipped. We have it in the official Couch Cat koozie. Link down in the description if you want one. I highly recommend it, and so do some of our fans. Cheers to you, chat. Okay. Now, I'll have a backup analyst with me to go over and say hello to everyone in chat while CrazyFi figures his shit out. Can the backup analyst come in? Okay, never mind. She spilled Fresca everywhere. All right, I'm going to say hi to chat. Okay, Vex was here first. Wow, that... How long ago was that, Vex? Was that like hours ago? Was it 6 hours ago? Hello, Vex. I don't know if... I'm pretty sure Vex isn't here right now, but hello to you. Plates was here earlier saying a bunch of stuff of Mario Kart. So I'm not going to read that. But anyway, welcome to the stream, Plates. YouTube member shout out. Arsenic is here, of course. Good to see you, Arsenic. Idle Clan shout out to you. We also have Rack here. Oh, we have the analyst. She made a little oopsie with the Fresca. Is that what happened? Yeah, that's what happened. But anyway, she's here. She's got her own can. And she's Rack and rolling. Get it? All right. Anyway, Rack, welcome to the stream. Idle Clan, shout out to you, and YouTube member, shout out to you. Moving on. I see Arsenic is #1 with the top fans thing. If you don't know, YouTube is basically adopting Twitch stuff, and if you chat enough and you're here long enough, you earn EXP. Pretty cool. And Arsenic was farming. Hunt is here. Welcome to Stream Hunt. Always good to see you. Tomsy is here. Good to see you, Tomsy. I completely forgot it was Thursday. Hello. I mean, what a life you're living, man. Ghost Bear's here saying Paladin Bear checking in, lurking today, but wanted to say hey to my buds. Welcome to the stream, Ghost Bear. Glad you're lurking. Always good to see you. I can hear you. Are you on your phone? Okay. Let me. Now I have to make you smaller.
Yeah, this is getting weird.
Hold on. God, you're just so big on the laptop.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
How's that? Is that pretty good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. That'll do.
Okay. The little bubbles will be messed up.
Yeah.
But at least you're back. Okay, moving on. Caveman's here. YouTube member. Shout out to Caveman 3X and me daily in SimpleMMO. Of course, Solvendra MMO dev is here. Shout out to you. One of the devs. Checky is here saying, what is this? It's your nightmare, Checky. Welcome.
It's
Mammo is here with the wrong account, apparently. Good to see you, Mammo. Should be asleep. YouTube member, shout out to you. Maven is here. YouTube member, shout out to Maven. Almost someone's birthday, apparently. Moving on. Dagon, of course, is here. YouTube member and YouTube mod and guild leader, shout out to Dagon. And the hippo is a real hippo, by the way, is here. Still grinding eventually mats. Okay, what? Oh, event
Dude, I'm so
mats.
happy we have a hippo.
Still grinding event mats, not eventually. You got auto corrected. Yeah, I got you.
Worse.
All right. Okay, so cheers to everyone in chat. I'm gonna drink again to you, and CrazyFi, you can fill us in on your you have a big list here on your personal update, so go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm no longer on Celsius. I've cut the addiction. I'm a coffee man now. So
you don't. It took you how many years of shit talking coffee?
Yeah, my wife has been through the years slowly getting me to sip coffee and get used to the taste, and so finally, it's now time to abandon the Celsius and learn about the world of coffee, I guess.
I can't believe. I think I'm more impressed with you sticking to Celsius when there's like Alani, when there's Ghost, like when there's so much more stuff on the market these days.
I love like Celsius, man. The vibes.
The vibe,
like,
yeah.
It's clearly addiction. Like I'll go out to the store and I'll see it. I'm like, ooh, I can feel it calling my name. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, no. I promised I wouldn't drink Celsius anymore. I'll stick to the coffee. Well, yeah,
Keep talking.
It's hard. But yeah, so that's the smallest update. Last week I wasn't around for a lot of reasons. I'll start with the good. We went and celebrated my son's birthday, and we went to go see the Wiggles, which is by far a phenomenal group of individuals who are professionals at performing. It was just like all around an amazing concert. Of course, my son loved it. I got a shirt. Hold on, let me lower. This is the Wiggle shirt, dude. It is actually like really nice. It's just so nice. Let me address this. Okay, too far. But yeah, so Wiggles were amazing. And then from there, everything just went downhill basically at that point. They did play Fruit Salad Maven. They played Fruit Salad. They played all their great hits. It was phenomenal. It's a Bouncing Balls tour. Absolutely phenomenal. I'd recommend going if you have the chance to. They're in the US right now. So last week, all the bad. It started off with my phone and Wi-Fi provider had a complete outage. So I had no ability on the phone, no ability to do internet or anything it sucked for like a day. But in total, we had 3 power outages because we had a tornado basically, a funnel. I shouldn't say tornado, but a funnel over our head. In fact, we got an alert at like 11:50 at night. My wife woke me up and said, "Grab the kids. We got to go downstairs because we got an alert that says seek shelter tornado." So that was fun. It ended up being a huge ass storm, which knocked out power lines across the city, including the ones that connect our neighborhood. So we were out of power for a bit. Mass flooding, like I'm talking like take a normal 4-car 4-door car, and the water was above that. And there's like 10 to 13 people dead now, I think. They're doing water rescue missions in my city. And like there's an image of a truck that got washed away by the flood, and it wrapped around one of the columns on a bridge. Insane. I think we're still recovering. The flooding's gone away for the most part. There's still some storms every once in a while, but yeah, we were hit with 3 different power outages throughout the week. It was just awful week for all that crazy shit. So thankfully the tornado didn't actually touch down, because otherwise I'm not sure where my house would be. But didn't know I'd be worried about tornadoes where I'm from or where I'm living right now. But yeah, it is what it is, I guess. So, yeehaw! It's been a freaking roller coaster of a week. And now I have today and tomorrow off, and I'm going to enjoy that time off, because holy shit. But yeah. How are you doing, dude?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. So, my backyard, there's just like hill, like that giant hill in the back, and there's like a water runoff. Basically, there's like a pool, and then water. They carved like a path, and then my backyard has a grate that leads to a drainage pipe. It's not enough apparently during giant storms. So, okay, the contractors, they placed a bunch of giant rocks at the top of the hill to like control the water tempo. No. Because we had giant storms here too, and guess what? That rushing water sent a rock through the bottom of my fence. So it flipped. Here's my fence, right?
Yeah.
Rock. It flipped the panel like this. Large rock in my yard. You could tell. I need to set up that camera system in the back, but like, you can tell that like the dip, in my backyard, that like is because we're near the bottom of the hill. We're level, so like water comes down through the back of everyone's houses. It's created that way, but you could tell like rushing water just like wasn't being captured in that drainage pipe and went all the way to the other end of the other side of my fence, and there's just grass just like slammed up against the grains in like the wood and like the spacing of the panels. And yeah, so like it's a beautiful last Saturday, right? Like the sun's out. I left the window open. I'm like, just my first Saturday, and since the last Saturday. I look down, and like my panels like hanging like this. There's just like a giant pool of water under it. The sod is completely ripped and flipped open, so like all my beautiful grass was just like thrown around my backyard. There's like Amazon particles and random trash in my backyard from the water carried through. And yeah, the giant rock. So I was like, wow, this sucks. And I just got my fence stained, so this is excellent. The stain survived, actually. So luckily, brand new house, and the fence is brand new, so I didn't need to get the fence people involved. The home builders were actually able just to nail it back in. It wasn't like there was no hole, there was no fracture of the wood or anything.
Okay,
luckily enough, the water just kind of like pushed my fence, and the rock went right under. And they're like regrading like the whole street because of it, and they're placing like another drainage pipe in my neighbor's yard, so he's gonna get effed. So it's like, I came out winning, and they're gonna fix my grass. So it's like, hey,
good.
Cheers to me, man.
You fucked that up.
Yeah, but it was a crazy storm. But
yeah. I'm sure it was probably the same one I got. Just ridiculous.
But yeah, so I mean, nothing out of my pocket. I'm happy for once. But that's really it. That's really it for. Oh, you know what? I got personal update. I reached level 80k in SimpleMMO. Never thought I would. Remember when 30k was like my biggest goal, and I was like, oh my god, it's gonna take forever.
Dude, I remember when people were 5k. I was like, holy cow, this is so strong.
Yeah, now I'm 80k, and I was waiting in global chat. Guess what? No notification for that. I was like, this is such a milestone. I don't get a.
I thought.
What the fuck?
I thought 25k, because I just hit 25k. I was like, oh, that's gotta be a milestone. 100% milestone right there. Like 25 makes sense, right? Like nothing. I sat in global. I hit 25. Nothing. I was like, well.
And they just had that update, right? Where they're like, oh, we added a bunch of more.
The update too.
Yeah, we added a bunch of more level notifications. No, they didn't.
was like, well, I guess I'll. There's no purpose in me hitting 25K now.
Freaking noob, dude. Daggins says Paisen is actually a great warrior. Dude, I'm surprised. Like the Wolf leaderboard, and I'm like either 1 or 2. And I'm like, damn, I'm actually pretty good. I'm not like a compared to like a whale. Like if Darren came back, obviously that's different. But like I'm like I've come so far from like our Couch Cat days where I was just like, here's 20 EP, brother. Let's we got a dream going. We got Sir Neil and a dream and Cruxio and Orange Man.
I need to get back on. I haven't played in a few days because of everything, but it feels good to have 100 EP. Like just even having that, I'm hitting like at least 200 kills when I'm able to get on. I'm like, wow, this is actually really like feels good. Like I could clean several guilds.
Yeah, all the dead guilds, all the noobs that never returned.
Yeah, dude. It's about quantity, not quality here.
That's right. That's right.
It feels good. It feels freaking good. And to be on like the top 3 on the leaderboard of a top 25 guild, I'll take it. You know what?
Yeah. Cutie, welcome to the stream. YouTube member, or excuse me, YouTube member and mod shout out. Rohat, welcome to the stream. It was a very nice EXP. Why did you change the dungeons? Hey, if our influence was anything, but we're also not the devs. But I don't know if you think we're the devs or not. And then Toad is here. Welcome, Toad. You freak. I haven't seen proof of new notifs. That's what we're saying, dude. This sucks. It stole my thunder. I need Yomu to reset my level to 79,999, and then let's redo this. But anyway,
go start at the bottom. Just legacy right now.
Yeah, so that's basically our updates. And for Couch Cat, I'm gonna call you out. Where is the Solvendra video, dude?
Yeah. I know. I gotta edit it.
Is there 2 of us or what?
Yeah, there is.
All right.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, I called you Toad, dude. I don't like it. I usually call you Toast. But I don't know, man. It's been so long since I've seen you. You know, I had to like start over in etiquette. Excuse me. Okay, all right. Let's just get into the main content tonight because there's a bunch of news, and this is where we talk about the news, the updates, the patch notes, the drama, the dev releases, whatever you call it. Oh, you know what? Real quick, for personal, we just started Department Q on Netflix because everyone's raving about it. It's actually, yeah, they're right. For once, they're right. It's like, wow, it's pretty good.
Who's they?
like people on like Instagram and stuff.
Conglomerate.
Yeah, they're like Sam. Well, Kimchers will send me stuff and be like, "Look what they're saying about this show," and I'm like, "Who's this random dude? Like, I don't give a shit." And I'm like, "Oh, they're pretty." Okay. All right. Main content. Let's get to the first game of the evening, and that's IdleMMO because it's got the most updates. All right. You ready for this? I think we go.
Let's do it.
I'm ready to see what the little circles look like. Here we go. Hold on. It wasn't that bad. But also, I don't think we need to do circles for that. All right.
I'm intrigued what it would look like if I was still on my desktop. Then, if the laptop wasn't that bad, what does that mean for the desktop?
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna hide us. Bam. All right. So yesterday, patch 0.43.0 or 0.43.0 dropped, and it's they don't say it's the largest, but it is literally it rivals the largest update they dropped just a couple months ago. And it caught me off guard, CrazyFi, because I was solely focused on the dungeoneering aspect, the leaks that we were given from Hunt, and it's much more than that. There's much more here, and so chat.
It's a whole freaking list. It's a doozy.
Yeah. So real quick, I'm gonna go over the components of the update. You can, of course, read this in depth either here through their official IdleMMO Discord, through the blog post that Mike has live on the Galahad Creative website, or also in their the IdleMMO wiki or in game, which links to that. But anyway, I'll go quickly through it, and then CrazyFi, if there's anything that particularly stands out to you, we'll wrap that up. But there's a lot to get in here. So they're changing base loot rate changes. Wow, I said change sandwich right here. They're also adding in the dungeoneering skill, which makes going through dungeons more efficient. and idly, so you can kind of like you can queue them up, right? They're now adding stances to dungeons, so you can gear more exp towards a certain skill, and that CrazyFi, if I'm wrong, that reminds me of IdleMMO, or excuse me, Idle Clans, where you can pick defense, attack, etc. So same thing, same but different. They're adjusting
Same
exp across the board for dungeons here. They're in the primary skills. Oh my god, scares. They're adding difficulty ratings to dungeons now, and whatever's built into that. Then there's dungeon running, and now what I just mentioned, you can run dungeons multiple times, which I think is what everyone wants, because this is like really the only like combat worth doing in the game, in our opinion. So more bang for your buck with your time. There's completions being added to the dungeons, so you can complete them. Kind of reminds me of SimpleMMO here, with like X amount of stuff here for challenges and whatnot. There's recent drops being displayed, and again in the blog post, there's like some images tied into this, but now you can see what you recently earned, or it says by other characters,
for
so
the
maybe
really
other
rare
players.
ones.
Yeah. Oh, great, dungeon shards. Yeah, go
I
on.
find it interesting that you could run multiple dungeons in one go.
It's kind of weird.
It's like I'm going to clone myself and then go run multiple dungeons at the same time. Like, I don't know. It kind of like I see it as like I am this character in a game, and now I'm like, how am I splitting myself up to do multiple dungeons? I don't know. I like it, obviously, because now you could really grind out the dungeons that I don't grind out. But it is interesting that you could do that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Normally I would say that's like immersive breaking, but I don't get immersed in idle games or lightweight MMOs, so doesn't affect me, brother. But also, I'm not playing the game right now. Moving on. Oh my god. Dungeoneering is added to the Ascension perks here. Shooting Star, this was a surprise to me. It's now a random special event, and they actually scheduled a test one, and I think it's tomorrow or this weekend, but it's announced in this official Discord here. They have it scheduled, and they're going to test it. Kind of cool. What else? It's good to break up the monotony in IdleMMO, and for those players who are more active. I mean, SimpleMMO, you have players who will follow world boss timers, religiously. So maybe this is kind of like introducing that to the game, where players are going to be, wanting to participate in this more than usual, and increases uptick in active players. There's now a mailing system. This could only end poorly. This could
Time to get mods.
Great. Now another game where you have like rent mods who just get shit on for free, and it's going to go great. I can't can't imagine. Oh man. There's now profile comments that can only end poorly. I'm trying to highlight this. Why the heck won't you highlight? Okay. Yeah, that can only end poorly. Characters blocking, you can now block characters. That's great. A little too late in my opinion, but honestly, there's not really much you can do to like BM players in this game, right? Like I don't really like send someone a rock every day. I don't know. I really don't, but that's good. Reporting reporting is just now being added into the game, dude. How wild is that? Oh my god. Larger profile bios, excellent. Market orders have been I guess readjusted here because they were open to abuse. Oops.
Dude, the abuse thing was interesting to me. Like,
yeah,
people were just conflating the pricing and everything. Now it's just automatic. They're like, "Oh, you guys fucked up. We're taking that away from you."
Yeah, so it's like PO bumping, player using multiple accounts to push their orders to the top within seconds, spamming, flooding the market with multiple orders to drown out others, and market listing advantages for those with the highest quantities, making it difficult for new players to compete. I mean, when the marketplace was really the only like multiplayer aspect of the game, like in a broader sense, not just like being in your guild, yeah, I guess that's where it's gonna get abused the most.
Yeah, I mean the market, it's definitely better than SimpleMMO's market, that's for sure. So
Yeah.
I'll take it.
There's vendor improvements. You can read in depth here. World boss changes. Some drop changes here with the eggs. That's kind of cool to see. And then something very long, and I'm not going to read it. Idle time changes, shrine changes, privacy policy. Okay.
The big thing was they removed gold from world bosses. The only way to get gold is to buy and sell items.
Okay. That's
Getting and
good.
selling items,
Bank changes, not much here. And then there's more changes, which, I mean, you can read for yourself. And then below this, it's just a bunch of hot fixes right now. But there is a nice TLDR, and that's the dungeon rework, improved drop rates, shooting star buffs, new mailboxes, so profile comments, and more. There you go. But yeah, this is a giant update. CrazyFi, is there anything particularly, is there anything in particular that interests you the most out of this drop?
I like the idea of the shooting star one. I think it's cool. It'll be interesting to see how often it happens, and how good it is, and all that stuff. I assume it's just you go to a location, like there's a notification or something that occurs, and then you just try to track down on the map where it is. Or I would assume. I don't know. The mailing system is going to be interesting. I hope they have some type of moderation. I assume there's some type of automatic moderation involved, and then any type of inhuman in person thing.
Yeah.
We'll have to do that now. Who knows? Just more taxing on the running the game, I guess. But
yeah, those Discord mods, they'll probably be enlisted, and they'll be like, I didn't sign up for this.
I don't want to read that.
unless it's Yoma.
I really don't want to read that.
Unless it's Yoma, dude, the solo mod.
Dude, I would hate my life if I had to moderate all my users on a game. I'd just be like, no one's chatting with each other. You go to your own Discord. Leave me alone. But yeah, yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see. Did you announce last week about us not having the guild on stream?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, we got banned.
Because I know it was in Discord. Huh?
I should have made up a story, dude. I should have been like, we got banned. We were going against the grain as a top 30 guild in the game, and we just couldn't handle the pressure on our shoulders. So we said very bad words. I was
using a bot to idle.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. What sticks out to you?
Shooting star sounds cool. Yeah. But most importantly, dungeoneering. I mean, again, dungeons were like the only way to level combat effectively and to level your character effectively. So now that you can chain gain them, especially on like ults, that's huge. So I think it'll be good. I don't know what will happen once players like blast through the levels, through just the dungeoneering skill. I guess it'll give a lot more players. It'll be like a ramp to get players more on even ground with like the higher tier guilds and their members, so they can actually like participate in conquests and stuff. But that's probably the intention, like to get more players involved at the higher end or higher level gameplay.
I assume this would also help with getting recipes that go away after use, which turned me away from that whole.
I just delete them. I auto sell them or something like.
Yeah, to me, it's like I don't want to have to deal with a one-time use recipe and then spend X amount of days trying to get another one because I need I want to build out a whole arsenal or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. So I assume we're going to see more of the higher tier weapons and equipment come out into the game because the recipes will start showing up more.
And then the market will be broken.
Yeah, and then the market's going to be flooded with that shit, and so the prices will go down, I guess. So
yeah,
that'd be nice. Yeah. Who knows? We'll find out.
Yeah, but kudos to the devs for dropping this giant update. It's just another
hard.
It's just another heavy swinger, for IdleMMO this year alone. But okay, that's IdleMMO. That's their dungeoneering skill drop with like 10 other things tuned to it or attached to it, excuse me, and they're continually being tuned as we speak. But now it's time for our second game that we're going to be covering tonight, and that's Solvendra. You gotta say it like that. The dev told me to say it like that, or I'm in trouble. They didn't actually say that. Okay.
Is that a fact?
Yeah. All right. So Solvendra here. This was just a dev corner, but I'm just going to go ahead and show the patch notes because they dropped today. Good timing there, dev. Didn't tell you to do that on purpose. I didn't. Okay. So anyway, this is 0.17.0. Again, this is a very early alpha game in development. So if you're looking to play or try a new game out, we highly recommend this one. It's got the Couch Cat community sample of approval. And we don't hand those out lightly, okay? we don't. But doesn't that sound official? What do you mean,
we're cheap whores?
Doesn't that sound official when I say it like that?
Yeah.
So anyway, so for features, they have the idle action control being reworked. Yeah. It now displays the hunting, dungeon, and combat status. Great. Moving on to changes. They changed the enemy spawn time being applied before the start of combat. To prevent spawn abuse. Okay.
I'm curious about what that was about.
Yeah, who abused that one, huh? Probably Maven. So when crafting, the idle time is defined by the amount of items that the player wants to craft instead of the maximum idle session time. And then the amount of items to craft are now restricted by the maximum session of the character. So you can't just like indefinitely craft. And then some fixes here. Starting hunting or dungeons does not force page reload anymore. Idle crafting sessions can no longer exceed the maximum idle session time, and hunting sessions are now limited to the maximum idle session time. Okay, so just kind of bringing everything online here. But yeah, I mean, not the biggest update, but it's just showing progress in the game. Again, it's really early. These are things they need to fix before it goes, 1.0 or live. So yeah, just chugging along. I think that's it. Okay. I do have some SimpleMMO related news though, actually. And I got a nice little DM. And this was last stream when you weren't here, CrazyFi, there was more news around the Captain Meris situation. The player blank who disappeared, and he's back and he's fighting his way towards redemption. Still locked though. So from the DMs, I won't name who they are, but thank you so much for giving me this information. They're claiming they've heard from Meris. Okay, I can't verify this, but they've come to me with this news saying they've heard from Meris. His debt isn't 9 billion, but it's 15 billion gold. And
to who?
Just to all the various players who invested into
all of them.
Yeah, all of them. So 15 billion
Who's
total.
Who's tracking that shit?
I guess Meris is, dude. He currently sold all the diamonds he had, and now has 16 billion gold. So the current problem, if you can put 2 and 2 together, is that this mother effer is locked. So it doesn't matter how much gold he's got, he can't give it. So he can't give it. So we'll hopefully see a fix here. Maybe the dev team over at SimpleMMO or the mod squad will put some eyes on this situation and at least facilitate the gold transfer. Because again, it's not even the burden of Galahad Creative to fix this wrong or to facilitate the wrong being fixed. But the player is back. Like, he's back. He's apparently got the gold. Let's see what happens. Let's see if he can reclaim his standing in the world of SimpleMMO, if he so chooses. I don't know. And then also, second piece of news here is that the community event for 2025 is still going. It's a long event, and it officially ends the 27th of June, if you're not aware.
Thank God I still have time. I was actually doing pretty well in the first week, and I was having a good time. I was hitting the mark. I was like, oh, I'm going to at least be able to get 1, maybe 2, which is good for me as a casual player. And then shit went down last week. I'm like, oh hell, like this just sucks. So I'm hoping to be able to catch back up and get at least 1 item now. At this point, I got to upgrade some things.
Okay. Yeah, I told you, I told everyone here on stream that I would not participate if that particular item made it in the game. So I'm not participating. It's been
That's
great,
one of the
man.
items I want so bad. I want
It
it so
it's
bad.
it's been great. I've just been PvP, and it's like I'm not even like plugged in.
I I want I want two items. I want
Mhm.
like at least a special and then that item. Like I just that's all I want.
I hate you. I hope you don't get it.
Great. I love
Knowing your track record, you won't get it.
I will get it before I get the special. I think at this point because it doesn't matter. I'm just killing the
Yeah,
noob, so I don't really need to upgrade gear.
but you should though. You should always want to be the best.
For why? How?
So
There's
so
no
Vex
way
doesn't
I'll
kick
ever
you out
be
of
the
his
best in
freaking
this
guild,
game.
dude. So Vex doesn't kick you out for being a loser.
That's all right. I'll go find another guild.
All right. You have news about another game that you've been covering on and
Yeah,
off. So you want to go
yeah,
ahead?
yeah. Let's do it. Chikara Battle Academy. I played it on the stream a long time ago. They had an alpha. I think it was last summer. They had an alpha release. That I played on stream. Really fun game. We talked about how the dev has popped up randomly. Like he took down the game to do a whole bunch of different updates. And it just been like silent for a long time. Then all of a sudden he started popping up a little bit more, showcasing some screenshots here and there. But he's now finally released a devlog channel in the Discord, so you could actually see what work he has going on. Because honestly, I thought the dude gave up on it. He's like, oh, okay, whatever. Like I figured like he pulled it down and we'll never see it again. He keeps saying, "Oh, I'm working on it, but we'll never see it again."
Mhm.
Turns out the dude has been pushing at least 2 to 3 different code commits every day. Like he's actually grinding out on this game
And he hasn't been
still.
showing that at all.
He hasn't been showing that shit at all. But now that we have the devlog, we can at least see what he's doing. And he does a good job of like documenting like what it is each commit is. So it's not just a new update; it's actual like information. So I'm
Mhm.
excited. I'm hoping it comes back. I've had so much fun playing that game. It was a small community. It was great. You could just like in SimpleMMO, you could bring in your own picture to create your own avatar or whatever. Um, the concept and like the game play is really clean. It sounds like he revamped the whole back end to deal with make it a lot smoother and easier to update, and he's doing some UI upgrades for sure. So like I just can't wait to play the damn game. Like just keep it open all the time and push updates like every other normal game out here. For crying out loud. But now we get to actually see he is working on it daily. So that is cool.
That- I
That is cool.
I just don't think it's going to end well for him.
What do you mean?
Like just like you're saying, like the game is like closed for playing because he's like doing all this like back end stuff. I just don't think it's gonna. People are not gonna wait this long for like a PBBG, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, he'll have to start brand new. Like everyone
yeah,
that he gained from playing last summer, I guarantee you, outside of like myself maybe and like a few like core players
they're
that
gone.
helped moderate or helped build and were very proactive within the
Mhm.
game, he's going to have to restart the fan base all over again, which he completely revamps the game and changes a lot of it. Cool, like it's no harm, no
Just
foul. It's
rename it,
just going
dude.
to be
Just
a hard
rename it and
reset.
start over. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but like if it looks to me like he's just updating to it, not like
Mhm.
major like life changing actions to this game. Like, so now you're going to have to like you had an audience. You had an audience that
Mhm.
was playing every day and talking and communicating often, and like you just lost it, and now you have to restart. When you could be doing these updates like any other normal person. I don't know. I don't understand the need to pull down the game to be able to do it. Um, Maybe like worst case scenario, if your shit is so out of whack, you pull it down for like 12 hours to push an update and then revamp it,
Yeah.
whatever. Um, yeah. I'll type the name in the
Chikara Battle
yeah,
Academy.
yeah.
Uh,
It's a phenomenal game. I thoroughly enjoy it.
we
It's just
played.
I
Hold on,
wish
dude. We played it for like a. How long did you play it for?
I played it for at least a month.
Okay, I played it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I played it for at least a month and I enjoyed it. Like I played it every day.
It does not have to stamp.
That's the
approval,
crazy
okay?
thing to me was that he was pushing updates till like the last day, like new features into the game, and I was like, "This is sick!" And then closed it. I was like, "All right, we'll be back." I'm like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah, but you know
Whatever.
what? It's more than what Idlekin's doing because that game there has been no news.
Dude,
Nothing.
I know.
Have you seen the
Like, we're
Discord? The
working
Discord
hard.
is
I'm like,
like
"Are ya?"
they're like, hey, hello? Like people are just saying random hello in chat, and it's just like days go by. It's yeah, that one's cooked, man. Solvendra says, I'm in a group of developers and a few people behave a similar way. Some people really enjoy to develop and do stuff, but the managing and marketing part hits different. True. All right, is that all for Chikara?
Yeah, that was the big one. Is that we could actually see it.
Okay.
So.
Lucas, member for 10 months at the Inner Circle. This is what, your first non-gifted? Like, what happened here? Lucas, dude, he's got a new job probably. He's up there. He's grinding, saying, what is the little crown thing? New YouTube feature? Whatever, see ya. Once I get the answer from someone. Okay, Lucas. Well, thank you for supporting us at the Inner Circle, our second highest tier. We appreciate it.
But yeah, I don't think to
someone
devs,
gifted it to you a long time ago. Man, I'm not going to give you an answer.
To the Solvendra devs point, like yeah, like you see, especially with these small, PBBGs, not many people do marketing.
No,
right? Because that's like a whole nother beast. Like even us, like
a lot of them don't even like put screenshots on their website.
Oh, that's
and that is
frustrating
like that is
the.
If I don't see a screenshot, dude, I'm not playing your game. I'm just not even going to.
If I don't have a landing page with a screenshot which explains the gameplay loop, I'm not going to waste my time. It could be the best thing ever. It's just like, come on. I don't know what I'm getting into. Do I want to bother signing in and doing this shit? Do I want it? Not really. When I don't know what the hell this is, yeah. But I get it. Marketing is hard. I don't even want to do it.
Okay, let's talk about what do we have left on the notes? That's it. That's all the news this week. At least there was something. Hats off to you, Solvendra, for dropping that patch, and then also IdleMMO for having the biggest update so far in like a month. But sadly, that's it. Nothing from Idle Clans. These are. I feel like these are the games that they're very seasonal in their updates. Were Halloween and Christmas.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see new features often or at all from Idle Clans anymore.
No, it's had a huge update recently, or at least for the year start of the year, and now it's just kind of like enjoying.
I feel like it's a completed game.
Yeah, I'm with you, and that's why it's so good. Okay, but that'll do it for the news segment of the stream tonight. We're now going to move into SimpleMMO Seasonal Guild Leaderboard, our progress report for Season 9. And I don't really have any news on that front for the SGL specifically. So we can just kind of get right into it. And we'll have... I'll have to fix the circle, so let's do that now. Oh my gosh, there you are.
Wow.
Don't move. Stop moving. I swear to God. Make it a little bit smaller.
I feel like I'm about to be in a professional photo shoot or something, or headshot.
That's right. I want you right there. That's how I want you. Okay, that sounded weird. All right, CrazyFi, do you want to hit us with the intro?
Let's do it.
Like, what is this? What are we even doing right now?
Ladies and gentle steppers, welcome to another report of the Season 9 of the Seasonal Guild Leaderboard and SimpleMMO. We track the top 25 guilds broken down into 5 different tiers, and we trash talk every single guild, especially Wolfblood. They suck because they have Paisen.
Excellent.
This report is brought to you by Zilden and his Simple Wolf Discord bot. It's an amazing accomplishment. And there are already 12 to 15 different guilds using it in their Discord. So
amazing accomplishment.
Dude, it's an amazing thing.
Why do you change it every time? Just say it's a great bot, man.
Anyway,
it kisses well. It's good at kissing.
Let me continue what I was saying.
It's good at kissing when you use it. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Fuck off. When you, if you want to,
It's really good at kissing.
a Patreon that you can go check out and support him that way. Dude is amazing. Anyways, that will do the intro. Let's hop into it. Let's get into it.
Oh, man. Did you
What
even
were
say
you
it?
saying?
I wasn't even listening.
Were you talking about kissing?
No, dude, that wasn't me.
Uh-huh.
That was not me, dude. That was
Uh-huh.
that was
You know what
Amelia.
the problem here is?
That was Amelia, dude.
I just can't fucking see shit on my laptop.
Your laptop sucks, bro.
It's a 13-inch. It's a Mac.
Ew, you use Mac? Dude,
Dude,
you hated
I've
so
converted.
you're just a hater. You're a hater in sheep's
I've
clothing, dude.
converted to Mac, especially for coding, like web development. It's so nice. I could just 13, like I just carry it around and I'm able to pop on and
What are you web
have away and
developing?
take care of something. I'm almost done with our thing.
Yeah, checkmate. I don't believe you. All right,
Yeah, I am.
checkmate. I don't believe
for
you.
you to see, but it's I'm pretty proud of it.
Okay,
So,
all right.
you
I'll
can
wait
use
for
it
it
for the next
patiently.
season.
Okay, what were we doing? All right, we're in Celestial tier. This is the first through fifth place position. Here on the SGL, we have at number 1
There we
Duality
go.
with 111 million total EXP, 5.4 million weekly EXP, and just under 800k daily with 27 members. So this is just insane. The gap is widening, but you know what? Shadow Garden's making huge progress here at number 2 with 102 mil total EXP, 11.2 mil weekly, and 1.6 million daily under, well, I guess Shadow's the leader now. Yeah, under Shadow's rule. That is a lot of daily EXP. And they're not that far behind from, well, okay, they kind of are. Never mind. But still, it's like they're in the same range. Because then you look at Scarlet Legion. Scarlet Legion number 3 with 93.3 mil total EXP, 12.6 mil weekly, and 1.8 mil average daily. My goodness. They're playing that event EXP catch up right now. And Church of Binks at number 4. Shout out to Amelia here in the chat. 67.9 mil total EXP, 7.4 mil weekly, and 1 mil average daily. And then Wolfblood, woof, if you're here, Wolfblood, at number 5. Because that's definitely not Blazing Beast, I see. 63 mil total EXP, 11 mil weekly, and 1.5 million average daily. We're just cooking. We're cooking over here. The gap is closing between Binks and Wolfblood, but we'll have to see. Because Binks does have, I mean, Wolfblood is dope, but Church of Binks has a lot of heavy hitters on their side.
Okay, let's check this out.
What are we doing?
Wait, you didn't even give me time to talk. What the
Oh,
hell,
I'm so
dude?
sorry. Hold on, let me go back. I thought you would make
Wow,
fun. I thought
dude.
you'd make fun of Wolfblood, so I didn't want to hear it.
Hey, buddy. First and foremost, is Duality slowing down?
This is
That's
the
only
lowest.
5.4 mil.
This is the lowest average daily gain I've seen from them during a stream
Yeah.
check. But I mean, they have a huge gap, so I don't think they have to beat themselves to death over, week to week.
Yeah, I find it interesting that they're slowing down. I wonder if that's a permanent thing or if they are focused more on the event or what. I don't know what's going on. Oh no, buddy. I'm sorry. Hold on. So maybe this is a chance for Shadow Garden to I don't know if you could hear him. Uh-oh. He's not happy now. My wife got me a beard. Anyways, Shadow Garden, and this is their chance to catch up now, I think. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, next week it'll be
TSL,
obliterated.
Yeah, I know. Next week they're just gonna shit on everyone. TSL's doing pretty good as well. Church of Beings Classic. The big gap between 4 and 3. Yeah, and then
Dude.
5th place is just last. So that kind of sucks for them, but whatever.
It's insane.
Yep.
The 93 mil to 67 mil.
Yeah, it's a big ass gap.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stand here with my beard.
I'm glad my booty hair got to you just in time with the FedEx overnight. All right, moving on to
I did
legendary
sprinkle
tier.
in some of my own too, so it wasn't enough.
We're now in the legendary tier. That's the 6th through 10th place position here on the SGL. We have Coven at number 6 with 61 mil total EXP, 9.8 mil weekly, and 1.4 mil average daily. They're right behind Wolfblood. It's really spooky. The Forest here at number 7, 52.3 mil total EXP, 4.5 mil weekly, and just over 600k daily. Again, retired guild kicking a lot of ass. It's just so weird to see this. Helheim, shout out to my homies at Helheim over here at number 8, 37.2 mil total EXP, 6.5 mil weekly, and almost a mil average daily gain. Their target was top 10, and they are just crushing it right now. But they have Teletubbies right behind them at number 9, 33.7 mil total EXP, 4.3 mil weekly, and just over 600k average daily. And then Golden Arrows at number 10. Shout out to Dosa and crew. 31.2 mil total EXP, 2.8 mil weekly, and just shy of 400k daily. I just want to note, I've already talked about Helheim's progress last stream, but yeah. I'm surprised, CrazyFi, that Teletubbies, with all the stuff that happened with them, they haven't missed a beat.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think overall though for legendary?
Yeah, I gotta ask, how are you feeling about Coven, dude?
I'm spooky. It's phasmophobia for me. I'm just like, they're really close. They're they're peer to peer. They're very close. There's just got to be a credit card katana being unleashed right now, because this was not their tempo, a couple of weeks ago. So I'm waiting for that to die down. Or you got to pay rent somehow.
Hopefully you hold in there because it's getting close. But yeah, there's a gap between them and the Forest though, so that's pretty cool. That is interesting. Same with the gap between 8 and 7. That's also a huge gap.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
dude, can you believe it? A couple of retirees are gatekeeping legendary tier, like the higher end. Like they're not even paying attention, and they're number 7.
Yeah, they're just wrecking everyone. But yeah, like you said, pretty impressive by the Teletubbies to be able to stay out that strong. And then Golden Arrows just holding true. I can't complain about that.
Yeah. And just again, the highlight Helheim though, 25 members.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And no, it's definitely impressive. It is incredibly impressive.
They're on roids, dude. They're juicing. Okay, moving on to Epic tier, where we actually have a green arrow. Holy shit. We have Epic tier here. This is the 11 through 15 place positions. We have GG moving up one spot to 11th place, 29.9 mil total EXP, 4.3 mil weekly EXP, and just over 600k average daily. Zach says, shout out to you and your crew. Still further to being dropped because of that to number 12, 29.8 mil total EXP, 1.5 mil weekly, and just over 200k average daily. Are you moving a lot, CrazyFi? What the frick is going on?
I gotta pee so bad, dude.
Just go pee. Just go pee.
Yeah. I'll be back.
God. I was like, all I see is just this guy moving. He's just moving like this with his hat. Moving on to Gladiators at number 13 with 20.6 mil total EXP, 2.3 mil weekly, and 300k average daily. And then we have DPS Fallen from Grace here at number 14 with 19.3 mil total EXP, 2.2 mil weekly, and 300k average daily gain. Sad to see them drop this low, but they're not really dropping any further. Amelia, I saw your DM. I don't want to open that on stream, but if you want to tell me more, I'm interested to hear about Teletubbies drama and hugs. I'm not surprised at all. And then number 15, Slums Guild, 14.3 mil total EXP, 1.5 mil weekly, and just over 200k average daily. One place forward. I don't know who they overtook, and we're about to find out. But yeah, Slums showing signs of life after kind of most of the season they haven't. CrazyFi is probably peeing on his toes right now. We'll go to the next tier. Okay, we're now at Elite tier, and oh my goodness, okay, that's who. that's That's who got dropped. We have Blazing Beast falling to number. Oh, there he is. Okay. Before I do this,
Oh, it's a good thing I'm muted. Holy moly.
do you want to go over just what you think about Epic Tier real quick
Yeah.
at a
I mean, it's
glance?
finally good to see some type of movement. So that's cool. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, scroll down to the end real fast. I didn't catch that part.
Which one?
Looking at the gaps. I mean, no, they're all fairly close.
Yeah, they are.
Congrats to Slums for showing up onto this tier.
Yeah, do you know who they
Hopefully
bodied?
they hold it.
Do you know who they bodied to get there?
No.
All right, you're about to find out. Oh, who did they body to get there? Oh, this
That's not even true. We moved up one position. What do you mean
No,
body?
they
They've been
oh
above
no,
us this
they
entire
bodied
time, dude.
Asgard. I did the math
Yeah,
wrong.
nice try, dude. Nice try. Get
Dude,
fucked.
I'm changing the narrative.
We're climbing.
I'm changing the narrative. Okay, it's because Zildon's bot got it wrong. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Zildon. Okay, so this is leaked here. Blazing Beast getting messed up. No, just kidding. At number
Blazing
16,
Beast, baby.
number 16 moving forward one position, 14 mil total EXP, 1.8 mil weekly, and almost 300k average daily. Shout out to Vex and Crew. 69, nice. I don't know what I'm a virgin. I don't know what that is, but still nice. Asgard here dropping 2 places. Okay, I think it's getting really bad for Asgard and Jason. Dropping to 17, 13.7 mil total EXP. Almost 700k weekly, but the average daily is under 100k. They're cooked. Gorilla Wizards at number 18, 13.3 mil total EXP, 1.6 mil weekly EXP, and just over 200k average daily there. RS continuing to drop. Well, okay, excuse me, not continuing to drop, but just kind of, they're not. This is
holding
also,
their own small amount.
Yeah, it's not their strongest, and it's going to continue to be this way. With 11.2 mil total EXP, almost halfway to 700k weekly, and then just under 100k daily. And then Friendly though, 2 positions forward, 10.3 mil total EXP, 1.5 mil weekly, and just over 200k average daily. That's a huge push for Friendly. I wonder who just got killed for that. But yeah, CrazyFi, go ahead. Let's talk about Blazing Beast right now.
Super proud of Blazing Beast.
Super proud.
34th place guild. The 34th place guild. And now we're 16.
They were number 35 at one point too.
That's true. That's true. It's phenomenal. It's a bummer that Asgard had to die for it, but you know what?
Jason.
Sucks to suck, I guess.
Jason served on the platter, brother.
We'll take it. But no, I'm actually worried about Gorilla Wizards. I've been worried about them for several weeks now because all of a sudden, like, there was a point where they were above us and we passed them, and then I was like, oh, you know, they're kind of just dead in the water. Go back to IdleMMO. But now they're like 1.8, 1.6 weekly, gain. Like, that's really good. And you know, that's it's a little nerve wracking there. So I'm, be on the lookout for them. I think they're going to continue to climb, and we'll have to watch out for them. And then I think Friendly's starting to hit their end of the season burst.
Yeah.
Which is also making me nervous because they got some strong folks over there too, if they wanted to.
Yeah.
They do that weird thing where they go up and down.
I know, and then they like reset every season. And it's mind-numbing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, there's too many. There's like 5 friendly guilds. It's just not fun. Okay, moving on to rare tier. This is the 21st to 25th position within the leaderboard. We have ZZK, CrazyFi, if you want.
Zenith Kittes.
Every time you say it. Game dropped to 21.
It's okay. They're going down so fast.
We'll never say their name again. They're dead, dude. 10.3 mil total EXP, 400k weekly, and 63 daily. Again, Demon Daddy announced his basically retirement or stepping away from the game, and the guild's essentially done skis. Prostor dropping to 22 with 9.6 mil total EXP, almost 900k weekly, and just over 100k daily. Shout out to Ad Artez doing their best there. Fobori Warriors is now SGL. They're now in the top 25. This was
Yeah.
a tier 2 guild that, I mean, we're about to go over the tier 2 system anyway, but we've been tracking this since the beginning of season 9, and they've finally done it. 3 positions forward, 8.6 mil total EXP, 1.8 mil weekly, and almost 300k daily. Wolf Fullboy King. That's it. Always good to
Yeah.
see a new guild shining like that.
It was Shadow who called him out first in our Discord. Like, hey,
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
out for
yeah.
these guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was right.
man, dude, Shadow, he might ruin his own guild, but he knows how to call, future upcomings.
He knows how to see talent.
He knows how
It's
to
his
see
poaching.
talent
It's
and
his
then,
recruiters.
yeah, and then poach them. Hey, you like being top 23? What about number 2? Heaven and Hell at number 24, 7.7 mil total EXP, 500k weekly, and 73k average daily. I don't know about you, CrazyFi, but I don't really have any high hopes for H&H right now.
No,
Yeah, no.
just
And
one of
then
the legacy guilds that sits there.
you said it so sad. You're like, no. The Knights Who Say Ye at 25, another guild we have no hope for. 7.4 mil total EXP, 500k weekly, and 75. They're basically the same. H&H and Ye are basically the freaking same right now. But yeah, that's top 25. CrazyFi, is there anything specific you want to call out here?
I think the only one I want to call is the Fuckboy Warriors. I think if they start next season, we could see them higher than 25. Like, excuse me, 20. I think they're going to be in the a higher bracket, especially because they start late and they're already 23. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think we'll see them if they like. So here's the thing: it's like these new guilds are kind of like hit or miss on whether or not they just burn brightly and then die out immediately, or they stick around for consistency. So if they are consistent, then they're going to be a challenge for folks. So,
Yeah, I use like
yeah.
Helheim as an example. You can even use Blazing Beast as an example too. These two are, they're very new compared to their counterparts, but it wasn't immediate. Like their stability wasn't immediate. Helheim floated in the top 25 and the higher end of tier 2 for the longest time. Like you just said, Blazing Beast was literally gatekeeping 35, 34, 33 for like seasons at a time. And then finally they've been stable. And it's only been half, a little bit more than half a season. So it really takes a lot for these newer guilds to find people who will support them to continue to be as active as they are now, is what I want to say. But okay, that's top 25. Let's get into the tier 2 system. That's the 26th through 35th positions. That's where we analyze and go over who's got knocked the frick out of top 25, who's fighting for a spot, and just see who's any upcoming guilds like Fullboy Warriors. Let's do it. Wait, my bad. I had to. I was like, wait a minute. I just clicked something. Okay, here we go. We're in tier 2. We have Wolf showing signs of life at 26. Again, we're just going to briefly go over these positions, not deep dive. Wisteria, of course, Welski got banned and didn't leave any hope for his guild members. Any way to pass on leadership, so they're going to drop like a rock. Unseen Universe, this is another newer guild. They're hanging tight at 28. And look at the member count. Of course, we don't know how active that is, but I mean, that's strong for a tier 2. Dante's Inferno at 29. The Fern Forest at 30. Moving ahead here, the Wendigo, they're in my DMs. They appreciate all the kind words we've said to them and the support they're getting from the community. And I'm hoping we see them in the top 25 one day. But this is a very new guild, just like Fullboy Warriors. Newer, I would say.
Shout out to Wendigo.
Yeah, shout out to Wendigo. When diggy, you know what I mean? That's what they call them on the streets. Okay, that's not true. Nightwings at 31, getting dropped. Cheese Cold at 32. Tax Evasion at 33. Loophole there again. 2 members. Okay, they're dead. Oh yeah, they're dead. The Pirate Cove with Captain P. Willie at 34. And then Black Dragon 3rd Gen showing signs of life. They, believe it or not, They were the OG rivals to Helheim, and look how different the positions are now, from number 8 to 35. And they were fighting for top 25. Yeah, 20. They were fighting for rare tier essentially for a whole season. But here they are showing signs of life. We'll see who 36 is right now.
Actually saying they're recruiting again.
Oh, they are. Okay, that's going to be interesting to see. Stardust showing signs of life, but with 0 gains. TBC, what the frick? I know King Cows. He was in the chat earlier. Shout out to King Cows. But what the frick is going on? Dude, we were like such good friends with this crew, but I can't even I don't even get it. When I see this, I just don't get it every time I see this. But yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it for the SGL. CrazyFi, do you have anything to say before we close this out?
No, it's always fun to report on the top 25 and see where everyone's going, and especially tier 2 system, because there's some hitters sitting in there right now. They just gotta work out a little bit harder, and they could easily be top 25. So.
Okay, I did get some late last minute news that Coven Hazzy is back, and Hazzy. Yeah, Hazzy was like, I quit the game, I'm done. And now they're back. So that's bad news for me. Hazzy quit again. quit again or come to Wolf, okay? Those are your 2 options.
It just sounds like to me that Wolf Blood's going down.
Yeah, we're screwed, dude. Hazzy's like 100k plus like monster. So yeah, we're cooked. Gotta hope for another break, you know? Yeah, so that'll do it for the SGL. I think it's about time I need to do a mid-season checkup. So I will probably have another stream either tomorrow or the following week. I'll shoot for tomorrow to go over the SGL stuff. But yeah, I'll schedule that so everyone in chat and everyone in the VOD squad, if you're seeing this, you'll get a ping. But otherwise, that's the stream. We covered some great news with IdleMMO and Solvendra and some SimpleMMO stuff. And then, of course, we talked about our weather woes. And it sounds like it's raining again right now. So, yeah, we talked about that in our life, and it's something else. And then the seasonal guild leaderboard season 9 progress report within SimpleMMO. But we do this every Thursday, again, and we hope to see you next Thursday if we don't see you. And you should make sure you're there. but anyway, let me get back on script. Like the stream if you haven't already. VOD squad, if you're watching this, please do the same. Subscribe if you're new here. Tell your grandma to subscribe too. We need more grandmas here. And we finally got enough numbers where we hit 1,300 subs. It has taken so long, but that's a milestone. So shout out to the 1,300 subs here on the channel. And
you guys are a bunch of cuties.
Okay, I would not say that. And join our Discord, links down in the description. That just reminded me. There's a cutest player event in SimpleMMO. Yeah, and it's ran by Celery, and I don't want to cover it for obvious reasons. But yeah, thanks for reminding me of that nightmare.
Cutest player as in avatar?
I don't...
Or are we talking
No, I think mannerisms.
And your real world photo.
And I was like, dude, just rename the event to cutest man pretending to be an anime girl, because that's what this is, and it's gross. Anyway, sorry to get off track. We'll see you next time. Stand by for a spooky goodbye. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, chat? It's really raining right now. Holy shit. Spooky goodbye. Blades. Come down to the basement. Come down to the basement, please. Okay. It's almost Halloween, right? All right, whatever. See you, chat. See you next time.